Hello everyone, welcome to the Learn Biology Online, and I am Kumkum Gautam, and today we're gonna discuss about glycolysis. Now, the glycolysis is basically a process in which glyco means glucose, lysis means breakdown. So it is a process of breakdown of glucose or hexose sugar because it contains a 6 carbon molecules that also be called hexose sugar. Now, the breakdown of the glucose hexose sugar to form two molecules of pyruvic acid through the series of enzyme mediated reaction. So this is a reaction in which number of enzymes are used to synthesize a pyruvic acid from the glucose. Okay, and we also call that EMP pathway, that is Embedon-Meyer-Parnas pathway. Now the location, they are basically found in the cytoplasm. So basically this process or this reaction will take place in the cytoplasm, and this is the only reaction which is common for both aerobic and for anaerobic reactions. Now importantly, this Mg2 positive ion work as a cofactor in glycolysis. So this Mg2 positive has a function to enhance the activity of a enzyme. Now it takes place in a 10 steps in which it divides into the two further steps. That is, first 5 steps are called preparatory phase. Preparatory phase because the molecules that we require to produce ATP, so we prepare reactions, we prepare molecules that can produce a ATP. While next 5 steps we called payoff phase. So the preparation we have done for the production of ATP, now in this payoff phase we use to produce that ATP. Okay, now let's start with the pathway. Now this glucose is basically, one second, just wait, I don't know what happens to it. Now this glucose is basically gonna convert into the glucose 6 phosphate. Okay, this glucose will convert into the glucose 6 phosphate with the help of enzyme hexokinase. Okay, and in this reaction, in this step, the ATP will be utilized. Okay, this ATP will be utilized, and this is an irreversible step. This is an irreversible step. Also, we called this step a regulatory step, first regulatory step also. Now, if anywhere you find the kinase, hexokinase, kinase basically means to transfer a phosphate group. As you can see over here also, the glucose is converted into glucose 6 phosphate. It means a transferring of a phosphate group is taking place. So kinase is an enzyme basically responsible for this phosphorylation. Okay, now here you can see this glucokinase also play a role for converting a glucose into the glucose 6 phosphate. So why it is so? Because a glucokinase is basically belongs to the Michael-Menten equation. Michael-Menten enzyme. So they do not require to maintain that ionic concentration. So they can work at a high Km also. While the hexokinase basically follow allosteric enzyme reaction. So they are work as an allosteric enzyme. That's why they require low Km. So if there is a low Km, that means the enzyme working more efficiently. So Km shows the indirectly proportional reaction with the efficiency of an enzyme. Okay. Now here we're gonna see about the inhibitor who can inhibit this step uh, and the activators who can activate this step. So inhibitors are like ATP. So if more ATP will produce, okay, so this hexokinase what will do? So if the more ATP is utilized, that means more glucose 6 phosphate will produce, and we do not require in such amount. So this hexokinase basically inhibit this reaction. That's why we are calling a allosteric enzyme. So this will inhibit the reaction. So they are working as a feedback enzyme also. If the concentration of product will increase more, then they inhibit the substrate. So as like CMP, citrate, and glucagon. Glucagon, why? Because the glucagon has the property for converting a glycogen into the glucose. We have already enough glucose, we do not require more. So that's why the glucagon is also working as an inhibitory for this step. The activator is like AMP and insulin. Insulin, why? Because it basically responsible for converting a glucose into the glycogen. It store glucose. That's why. Now next step is the glucose 6-phosphate will convert into the fructose 6-phosphate, and this is a reversible step with the help of hexose phosphate isomerases. Isomerases, why? Isomerase is basically those having a same formula but different structures, Now this this is not a so important step. Let's move to the next step. Yeah, this fructose 6-phosphate will convert into fructose 1,6 diphosphate, or also be called fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. Okay, in this 1 ATP is again utilized. Okay, with the help of magnesium ion, this phosphofructokinase, it's a very important enzyme. Phosphofructokinase, also called pacemaker enzyme of EMP, the pacemaker enzyme of glycolysis. It is also a allosteric enzyme like hexokinases. And this is the second regulatory step. The first one is the first step, and second regulatory step is this one. And this is the first committed step. Committed step means if the reaction has come to that, if the reaction has come to its step, this step, then it will not gonna revert back. It need to complete this glycolysis process. Okay, that's why it is known as committed step. Now, activators like insulin as like the first step, AMP, while the inhibitor is glucagon, ATP, citrate, and H positive ions. So remember this step, this is very important. And this is a phosphorylation also, kinase enzyme. Now this fructose 1,6 bisphosphate or diphosphate is gonna split into two forms with the help of aldolases. Okay, now it can be converted into the dihydroxyacetone 3-phosphate, as it is a 6 carbon molecule, so it will produce a 3 carbon molecule, 2 molecules of 3 carbons. So first is a 3 carbon molecule, and this is also. Now this 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde can be converted into dihydroxyacetone phosphate, or it will convert into this step by using a phosphotriose isomerase, or also be called triose isomerase. Okay, now the irreversible inhibitor here, the iodoacetate, is basically responsible for inhibiting this process. Okay, so this step can be inhibited by the iodoacetate. Remember this, this is important. And up to here, this is basically a preparatory phase. Up to here, this is a preparatory phase. Now, next step is payoff phase. We're gonna start it. Now, after the 3-phosphoglycerate, we're gonna form a 3 molecules, 2 molecules of 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde. Okay. So as you remember, last step is formation of this 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde. So here, because this is 3 carbon molecules now, so we require 2 molecules so that 6 carbon completed. Okay, so 2 molecules of 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde will undergo a dehydrogenase process to form a 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate, yeah, diphosphoglycerate, with the help of phosphoglyceraldehyde dehydrogenase. Okay, in which the dehydrogenase process is gonna take place with the help of NAD positive. Now next step is 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate again gonna convert into a 3 phosphoglycerate. It also contain a 2 molecules with the help of phosphoglycerate transphosphorylase. In this, two ATP molecules are produced. So this is the step where a substrate level phosphorylation takes place, through which we synthesize ATP. Now, what is substrate level phosphorylation? It means synthesis of ATP, wait, synthesis of ATP from metabolites. Then we called substrate level of phosphorylation. Now, magnesium ion is also used for increase the efficiency of an enzyme. Now, this phosphoglycerate is converted into a 2-phosphoglycerate. So, as you can see, this is also working as an isomerase, you know. So, this enzyme is a mutase. Now, what is the difference between mutase and isomerase? So, mutase is a part of isomerase that can basically work as an isomerization also. Okay. Now, next step is this 2-phosphoglycerate will undergo dehydration process. You know, dehydration means removal of water. Okay. With the help of enolase enzyme to form a phosphoenol pyruvate. Okay. Two molecules of phosphoenol pyruvate. Don't remember, sorry, please remember that these two molecules. Why? Because these are the 3 carbon molecules and we need a 6 carbon molecule. So we require in a twice amount. We require in 2 amount. Now this phosphoenol pyruvate will convert into a, this is also a irreversible step, into a 2 molecules of pyruvate or pyruvic acid. You know, pyruvic acid. And there is also here also a 2 ATP molecules are formed, you know. Now the magnesium is ion working as a cofactor, here K positive and iron also working as a cofactor. Now the enzyme which is used for this whole reaction, sorry, whole step is a pyruvate kinase, which is also working as a allosteric enzyme. So here the first is hexokinase, second is phosphofructokinase, and third is pyruvate kinase. These 3 enzymes are working as a allosteric enzymes. Okay, this is an irreversible step. And here, sorry, I forgot to tell you this. This fluorides, you know, fluorides are used to inhibit the enolases. It has been asked in one of the questions, so I put it here. So, fluorides are used to inhibit the enolases. Now we're gonna talk about the pyruvate kinase, and this kinase basically requires this magnesium and potassium ions, and this is the third irreversible step and third regulatory step. Inhibitor will be ATP acetyl coenzyme A. Why? Because this pyruvic acid will form a acetyl coenzyme A. So more the acetyl coenzyme A, more so it will inhibit the reaction. Alanine is also working as an inhibitor of this pyruvate kinase. Remember this. Activator will be like AMP, fructose 1,6 bisphosphate, and ADP also. So this is basically about the glycolysis, and now we're gonna study about the net gain. So we know these 2 ATP molecules are utilized during a preparatory phase, and the 4 ATP molecules are produced or formed during payoff phase. Likewise, the 2-NADH is also produced or formed during payoff phase. So, see, used molecules 2 ATP, formed is 4 ATP, and 1 NADH molecule is equals to 3 molecules of ATPs. You know, 1 NADH can form a 3 ATP molecules. So, here we have a 2 NADH, here we have a 2 NADH. So, the total number of ATP will be 6. So, how much it formed? It formed a 10 molecules of ATP, while we utilized 2 ATP already in the first preparatory phase. So, 10 minus 2, that we have a 8 ATP net gain in the glycolysis. I hope you will understand the glycolysis process, and if you like this video, please subscribe, and thank you so much.